Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Brian, and welcome to another video. So, in this video, I detail my battle on a trick I haven't done in about 7.5 years. So, way back in the summer of 2015 is when I last did this trick, which is such a long time ago, isn't it? But I was pretty happy to roll away from this one. Obviously, considering the timeline, it's been such a long time, and you guys will get to see the trick here pretty shortly, so just be patient. I know patience is very difficult to come by, especially nowadays in the social media era, but you guys will get to see it here pretty shortly. And I'm just going to talk about a couple of interesting topics as well, such as my main motivations back then when I first started skating, as well as what I have been doing in between the time frame of then and now. And yeah, hopefully it's going to be a relatively interesting talk. And it's a pretty short battle. I actually did the trick a couple of times before I started recording, so hopefully that doesn't take away from the integrity of the clip itself. But yeah, you guys will get to see it. And here we go. All right, everybody. So welcome to the battle of that particular night. It's a battle of a trick that I haven't done in a half years. So the summer of 2015. Imagine what you guys were doing way back in the summer of 15. In this case, I was doing a kickflip Manny. So nothing groundbreaking, nothing too special, nothing crazy. And I know that 1-year-old kids with blindfold, with their hands tied behind their backs in their sleep can do this without any problems. I'm not going to play that comparison game at this current moment, maybe later, but I know that the standard that the kids raise nowadays is incredibly high, so props to them. But yeah, I'm not going to play that game. I'll go to social media later and cry, but not now. Because, skate your own journey, and just like life, you have your own journey. And, in the 7.5 years, it makes sense that I struggled through this trick. I mean, hey, I lost kick floats probably like 3 times within that time period, and I definitely am not a Manny skater, which hopefully will change in the future. And honestly, I wasn't even really skating that much, during that time either. I mean, this was in between uh, semesters of school. I was working. I was probably playing a lot of tennis at that point too. So skating was very low on the priority list. But I remember whenever I did this, this was near my parents' house where I grew up, and there was a local spot. It used to be a grocery store, Winn-Dixie. Repurposed it into a Harmony Science Academy charter school, which is a very interesting choice. But uh, had two small mani pads, a small loading dock, as well as a huge loading dock. And I skated there quite a bit. And at one of the small mani pads, that's where I did a kickflip mani. And after I did it, after I battled it, I told myself I was never gonna do it again. But here we are in the present moment. Well, not really present moment since it was a couple days ago, but sometimes life and skating, it takes you back to different places in your life, and this is definitely a nostalgia trip. I mean, I wasn't really thinking about that. This was just a spur in the moment trick, but it's pretty cool how the journey can come to this. Struggling with the trick, I should have been able to do. Honestly, but here we are. And obviously everybody has their own histories. I mean, in 15, skating that much, and yeah, just some of these tries I'm looking at is just like they're not the greatest, but I'm pretty happy of the progress that I've made throughout the time, especially thinking that last year was probably the most I've skated. Last in 22, I skated more than 2015 to 20 to 21 combined. So that's a great achievement in my opinion. Obviously, other priorities come into to play, but as long as you're on your board, that's the most important thing at the end of the day. So it's good to be able to fit in that the skating time, the quality time with your skateboard, if you will. But just a little bit about my early influences on skating. Way back in 04, 05-ish, I was 9, 10. Um, I was first inspired by my brother. He was 4 years older than me. He first started skating. He had his board, and I wanted to get my board. I wanted to do everything he did. So when he first started skating, I wanted to skate too. But we were actually inspired by video games as well as skate videos, and they are Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, the demo. I'll always remember playing that demo, the Pizza Hut demo disc on a PS1, where you play it in the map Marseille in France, where you have to do a 2-minute run. That was the norm for uh, the format of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games. But yeah, you play in Marseille, and the song is Cyclone by Dub Pistols, which is a great song. And yeah, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, the demo, as well as Tony Hawk's Underground and Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Those were great, great games. And the skate videos, Transfer Free Your Mind, Flip Sorry and Really Sorry, which now that I think about it, that's when the media surrounding skating was at its prime in my opinion. Nowadays everything's just saturated, not in the worst meaning way, but I see crazy tricks, I see bangers nowadays, and I feel absolutely nothing. But I know that these people battled probably for those tricks. But then it's just like right there, and you scroll to the next one. You know, another banger, another banger is insane. But uh, I think it's all these crazy tricks at the tip of your fingers. But I'd be curious to see what your influences were as well. So leave them in the comments below. It's a pretty cool to see what you guys grew up with and how it influenced your style. And I landed the trick here, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the finished product and to the conclusion. So there you go. So I do realize that the audio for that last little bit cut off there at the end, but I was just really saying that even though skating content and media is really saturated nowadays, it's actually a pretty cool, revolutionized concept where you get to see skateboarding and just content in general from all across the world. So the the influences, the possibilities are actually endless. You could see somebody from, for example, Brazil or Japan, see their clips, see how they skate, see how they embody the skating culture and get inspired by that, which at the end of the day, that's really cool, but you can also get oversaturated with so much mind-blowing content that you play that comparison game, and that is a very unhealthy thing to do. So it's good to have that balance, obviously err on the positive side of having all these possibilities, but also having that good, healthy balance of not consuming too much. But anyways, that's going to be the end of the video today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I do want to increase the interaction for the videos as well for the very few amount of viewers that I have. I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, if you guys would like to, sort of share what your influences were growing up or when you first started skating, I'd be curious to see, what video games or what videos did you grow up watching, and sort of how does that correlate to how you skate or how you enjoy skating? Because I do believe that different generations, different time periods of when you started skating correlates to the content that was available at that current time and the way you perceive and think about skating. So leave a comment below. But other than that, hopefully you guys have a great day. See you later.